all the information that you're giving.
Oh, now you could actually see that it is recording has started. Let us see it is recorded or not very well. Okay, so I was just saying like this NVL is very much helping us to replace those values from the DB which are having null. Null is also providing us the facility to save storage on the DB side, and at the same time it is creating a problem when we are selecting and doing operation of that particular field with the other field. Just to actually not to have that particular disadvantage, we will simply use which function? NVL. Okay. So let us proceed further. What we can do now, we can see the point from where we started, that this null value was creating the problem. And we were doing what? Could you tell? We were trying to add commission and the salary, and I am going to create duplicate fields. Commission NVL, and then 0 and then closed. Okay. Now you see, what do you see?
That shows the salary even for the employees who doesn't have any commission.
Yes, perfect. So we have simply removed the disadvantage of having null value in the field, and at the same time we could keep the null so that we could make some efficient storage.
Okay.
Okay, now you are going to do the same query on your terminal and make sure that you could understand.
Okay, 1 second. Salary person. I just have a question.
Okay.
Okay, when we said describe the table, and when we saw how the table and the data types are selected, how it says when you go to the commission thing, it says number and the 9 or whatever number you can have, up to what length you can have. Then in that case, how is it not, like there is no null mentioned over there, then still why is it doing the null function? Or it is automated?
I could not understand your question.
When you see describe M.
Okay, we can do describe
M.
M.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now when you see here commission, there is it's characterized. It's defined as number and then 7,2, right? So why doesn't it show in that manner? It's not said null here.
By default it is actually null, and when we want to explicitly mention that it should be not null, then you could see it is defined in here. It should not be not null value, like null is not allowed in this particular field, and in all the other fields it is allowed.
Because okay. All
the other fields it is allowed. Only in the number field, like amp number, it is not allowed.
The primary key, is it?
Yes, this could be one reason. Another thing is that sometimes, like we will discuss in the coming time, like you have two types of actually columns, like which one is the primary key. Primary key is very much used to uniquely identify a record.
Okay.
And then there are some other types of fields which are very much critical for that particular record. If you don't have that information, that record does not make sense simply. So even then in that case, we are marking them not null. Simply, like if you are hiring an employee in your company, and the person is hired, you are creating the information of that person, and you didn't create the first name and the last name of that employee in your files or in your like software, then what will happen? You will have an employee who is having no name. Although this employee first name and last name is not a primary key. But even then, those particular fields will be marked not null. The reason is that the information which will make the definition of a certain object or entity meaningless, we will mark them actually not null, so that must be coming whenever that particular record is defined.
Okay.
It is just like you admit a patient in the hospital and then you are not recording the name of the patient. And then like you are searching the patient as well in the hospital. And there are 10 patients who are having no name, but you are searching them. All the patients who are not having name should come for the blood test.
Okay. Got it.
Then what will happen? So the pieces of information which are critical, like without them it will make no sense to have that information, then they are called not null. Like it is possible that you have an employee and that employee is working on the wages. He is not having like a regular salary. Then salary field is such a field which could be null. Like there are many conditions. You have outsourced your work, you have some wage-based person just working for one day and then disappearing. Similarly, commission, maybe certain employees are not taking commission at all, they are just working on the salary. Similarly, hire date may be not important, because if your contractor or if your worker is not properly hired by the organization and he is just working temporarily for few weeks, few days, even then like hire date could be null. Similarly, it is possible that an employee is working for the organization and he is having no manager because he is not the proper employee of that company. It is very much possible. And one other scenario which we saw, that the employee is a president and there is no manager on the top. So it could be null as well. So you have to actually analyze whenever you are actually defining the fields in your table. This type of analysis should always be in your mind, that okay, what is the nature and in which scenario this could be null. And if there is even one scenario or one situation in which that particular field could be null, then you will mark it null, never not null. Not null means it can never be null in any scenario. Otherwise, if you have marked that one not null and you are trying to enter the empty values, then what will happen? It will actually very much create problem. You cannot create the information.
ये Oracle किसने बनाया था? उसका सर फोड़ दूंगी मैं.
Why?
क्योंकि मेरा सर
you should appreciate the head of that person. You are you know, this Oracle, creating Oracle is not a big job. A person like this is called like, I think Boyce Codd, something like. There was a scientist, mathematician I would say, Boyce Codd, who gave the theory of this relational database. Creating an Oracle is not a magic. Creating a theory of this relational database is a real magic. You should actually be going for fight against him actually.
If he is alive, because he made it in 1970.
Actually, that he is the guy. And if you happen to actually get some time spare, just try to understand or study the theory of relational data. Very interesting, very interesting. And I was like really very much like when in my student life, it is very, very interesting stuff.
I know, when I was in school, I was just always used to tell my mom, you know, I don't know who made maths. I want to kill that person. Made maths. And now I want to kill that person who made Oracle because this is way too much for me to understand.
Yes. I don't think so. I think you are understanding quite well. You just underestimate your abilities sometimes. I believe actually. Sometimes people are so much humble that they are all the time keeping themselves one step lower than the others. I don't know. Sometimes people are like this. So you are from one of them.
I don't know, but you know what? I'm like, since morning I was under stress that I have to study. I did not study for this class, and still I could not get the chance to study because I have tons of things to take care of. I have to go drop my kids and then give them lunch in the lunch time.
Yeah, I know females are very much living tough life, especially in the Indian culture, I would say. I really appreciate the females who are surviving in the Indian or Pakistani culture. It is very tough for the female.
This is our zindagi kitchen mein bhi.
Bilkul. You are 100% right. This is what, do you know, I started to appreciate this thing when I came abroad. When I was in Pakistan or like just living at my home, I was not so much appreciating the services which we were getting in free without realizing that they are so valuable. But when I came abroad and I have to do my laundry, I have to iron my clothes, I have to cook my food, I have to wash my dirty actually pots in which I have been eating. But then I realized, oh my God, like I have been living in the paradise when I was living under the shelter of the ladies. Like my mom, my sister, like they were so much helpful, like all the time. Like my mom was requesting this thing from us and it was so much big for us. She was saying, okay, you can put like in a corner all your dirty clothes. This is what was the responsibility. And you should eat on time. That's it. Like not cooking, not cleaning the pot. Like eat on time and put the dirty clothes in the corner. And then we don't know when they are washed, we don't know when they are ironed, and they are coming to our cabinets and we are just consuming from there. And similarly, we don't know how to buy the food, how to cook the food, what are the recipes. And then I saw, oh my God, like they are so much actually great ladies, like who are taking so much headache from our head.
I know. When I got married, I did not know anything how to cook, even a single thing. I did not. I just knew how to make rice and roti. That's it. No dal, nothing. Mere sab kuch I just learned after my shadi, and then now I know how to cook Italian. I know how to cook Mexican. I know how to cook like Pakistani cuisine. I've learned everything. What do I do? Like there are not good places to eat out here. Like so, I had to learn. And now, like with the kids, it's so difficult. Right now, also it's my class, and my husband had to take them for swimming. And every time I take them to it. Tuesday they have skating, Wednesday they have drum lessons, Thursday they have swimming. I don't think I take time for anything.
Yeah, this is actually life after. Like when you are having these kids, very much not your life, the life of someone else.
Yeah, and then on top of that, when you work, there's so many stress at work, but nobody understands that.
Like I really appreciate.
Out of us.
No, this is actually. I think all the ladies of Indian region will go straight to paradise actually, without any interview or without any resume check.
Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's get back to studies now.
I asked you to actually write the query and check.
I did it, yes.
Okay, perfect. Then is NVL, then there is another actually in the new Oracle. They have a little bit improved this NVL function, which is called NVL2. And I don't know whether it is supported in here. Just quickly check if it is supported. NVL2. then you explain. If I say and then I say like maybe 0 and then 1 and then okay, so it is available there. You could see the difference. This is another like the variation of the same function, and it is much more stronger than the old one. This is the old one, and now this one is the new one. And what is the difference? The difference is that in the old one, what do? You give the field name and then value to replace null value. This is what is the old function. And then you have NVL2.
Okay.
And the difference is that field name and then is like there are two further expressions. One is called like if like that value is null and if that value is not null. And I think from this structure, could you guess if I just select the same query and ask you select NVL2 and then 0, 1, 1 and I say count and could you guess what is happening? Like when is returned what value?
It's NVL condition 0 button. Commission, it has returned the commission value.
It is a little bit confusing as well.
Yeah.
To replace, actually this function is not returning the commission at all.
Okay.
But what it is doing that this is the field name and then we can give some value which is returned when it is not null, and then we can give some value when it is null. But this is not, maybe sometimes this is required. You might want to do such a like selection where you are not interested in the value but you are just interested in the existence of the value. Now this is in the current scenario, we don't want this one. And now my question from you is that just to like this, actually we want to get rid of this type of behavior. Do you have any idea or solution how we can fix this problem? How we can fix this problem, like it is saying 0, 1, 0, 1. But we may be interested in replacing where there is null, but not where there is the value. And how we can achieve that particular target? Question time, and you have to answer.
Using for me. NVL2 commission 0, 1. It's showing 1 for the people who have commission and 0 for whom doesn't have commission, right?
Yes.
And then commission from employees. Then why is it showing 300 as commission from Because commission is salary plus commission? No.
It is actually the plain field in parallel to this one. This is one field and this is another field.
Okay. But it's not for the same employee, is it?
Same employee. We can actually further improve this one.
Showing on the second field, if you see here, 0, and on exactly for that person who has no commission, it's showing the commission amount of 300. My brain is null right now.
You are saving space. You are smart. You see, like it is the same person.
Oh, so why is it not showing the salary for the pay? Oh, because we have
not selected the salary.
Oh, okay. So it is showing the 0 salary.
No, there is no salary. Salary we have not selected.
Why is it selecting 1 then for Smith, who doesn't have any commission?
Yes, this is the feature of the function. Like this NVL2 is very much doing the things in another way. Like it is saying that when the value is null, then the second value is returned, and when the value is not null, then the first value is returned. Just like here, 0 is returned when it is not null, and 1 is returned when it is null. And this is gone, and then this is cell, and it is there. Okay. The table name is not correct. I just copy paste this part. What do you see?
I can see, but मेरा दिमाग में कुछ घुस नहीं रहा है. I don't know why.
Okay, no problem. When you study something with a little bit gap, it is always like that. So I can explain. I told you, like if you just look at here, NVL2 field name, value to replace not null, value to replace null. So it is, and in the previous function which was just NVL, here field name and value to replace null. So there was only one option. I am just telling, like maybe this type of function will be required in such a scenario where you may be just interested in knowing like whether the value exists or not. This is one possibility. Other possibility is that, which is just I am asking from you as well, like what if we don't want this 0 in here, but we want the value of the salary? Is it possible to do that through this NVL2?
Can you repeat your question one more time?
We just don't want 0 in here. We want the actual value of the commission.
Okay.
How can we modify this NVL function so that it is returning us 1 here and 300, 500, 1, 1400, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 0, and then 1, and then 1, 1.
Value to replace not null. Can we do 1 and 0?
Just test whatever you are thinking.
Okay. So select. I can't figure it out.
Okay, let us try to do. You know, there is a simple solution. If I say select ename and then cell and then NVL2 and then I am saying com, and you know first value is passed when it is not null. So I can say com again, and the second value is passed when it is null. So you will see now how we can fix that behavior. Now you could see that this column is very much showing where there is null 0 and where this value the value. Now this commission, like in the query, and this commission both are having a different purpose. This is just to test whether it is null or not, and this is just to return when it is not null. So both these positions are very much special positions. You cannot switch them. Could you understand?
Yeah.
So this is for the testing purpose and this is for the return purpose, and then we said okay, where there is no value it should return 0, and it is returning 0. Now another thing you see which is quite ugly, which is called this one, like the header of the column is the function name. We want this one to be very much clean like this, the name of the field. Do you have any idea how we can do? Rather than we see the name of the function on the top, it is very much dirty. We just want to make it very much clean so that it is showing on the top the name of the field. How we can do?
I don't know.
There is a concept which is called like sometimes the people are called actually like Tony or like I don't know in India. Is it like nickname is quite popular in India?
Yeah.
Could you recall any nickname? Like Raju, I have heard very much in the movies. Is it? Is the nickname or full name?
It's a nickname.
Yes, it is a nickname. So similarly, when we are having this type of situation in the DB, we are using a word which is called alias. We are defining a nickname of whatever the name is real. So the real name is currently this one. But we don't want to see this one. It is quite complicated and ugly. Similarly, when we have the names which are very much lengthy and very much twisting your tongue to just call out. So then we invent actually Raju and something like that. So let us see how we can do. It is called alias. If I say select ename and then do the same thing and say NVL2 and com and 0 and then I can say as com 2 or just com and then com and then from and then end. Now you will see that a very clean name is appearing on the top instead of the full actually function which was used to create that value. What is happening?
It's changed the name.
It is changed by the nickname. This is alias. Alias is the. Are you familiar with the word of alias?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So it is very much the alias. You can here have alias of the column as well as you can have alias of the table as well. I can also say this thing as well. Select. If I just okay, I can copy this one. if I say alias, although it is not visible and it is quite like useful, we will see when we will proceed. You can make an alias of your column as well. Here you also see one more thing. I have used as here. Here I have not used as. So you can have alias defined without as or with as. Like if I say select key name cell NVL to com 0 and then com field name, actual field name from temp. Here I am going to consider as now, so that you could see like the position could be switched, or you could use as, or you could just skip the as. And here it is giving me the error, and the error is saying SQL not properly ended. Okay.
Maybe you did not put the
from and then as, and then
you didn't put the colon.
Let us see. I put the actually this one, maybe it is not permitting because I am not making use of the alias. First we can just have a clean this structure and execute, and you could see that here it will work without as and the name is appearing. Now that we can see the problem, like why it is saying that one. If I say select from n, and if I want to say as n, I think in yes. When we are, but I think it is allowed. Maybe in some other DBs it is yes. Actually, in the tables it is not allowing us to define the alias using as. So you have to be careful in the table name that you should not use as for the alias. Yes, I think. Because I am working in quite many databases and sometimes I start to mix up things.
Okay.
I have worked in almost all the databases, and at a time I am working with 3-4 databases. Sometimes I mix up things.
Okay.
Mixed plate.
But see, what time do you really usually go home? Do you live far away from where you're teaching?
It is 25 minutes from here,
Okay.
from the workplace. 25-30 minutes.
I'm not in my right senses, and I'm like, is it possible we can just study till like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock your time and 7 o'clock my time?
No problem. I am very much hardworking person. I enjoy working. It is not work has never been a headache for me. Sometimes people feel like that, but I am not this type of person.
No, the thing is, like, I am not in the right state of my mind right now.
Okay, then we can adjust.
Yeah,
of
because
course.
see, the only problem is, I've not been feeling well all this week. I've got bad muscular shoulder pain.
What happened?
Me so much. So maybe because of that, I'm not able to concentrate, and I just don't want to waste what you're teaching,
Okay. Then we can adjust. Of course, then we can adjust.
Thank you.
No, then we can adjust. Did you fight with someone and hand to hand?
No. No, actually, we are going on a new system in our hospital.
Okay.
It's getting computerized, so there is no more paperwork, no more charts for the patient.
Oh my God, perfect.
So it's just that I have been working on that system for 2 years, and the clinic where I work, they all are starting it now.
Okay.
So they expect a lot from me, and I've been picking up big heavy charts for the patient, 5 or 6 charts at one time.
Oh.
And it's got 400 pages.
So you are a macho lady there.
Yeah, I'm doing kind of bodybuilding.
Macho lady. Oh.
I was so much in pain today, I had to call in sick today, I thought, I cannot make it.
Oh, okay.
And it's really cold here. It's like minus 38 degrees.
Would you please tell your location again? I forgot.
I am in Winnipeg.
And it is in which province?
Manitoba.
Manitoba. Actually, here it is very much warm, I would say. Believe me, it is plus temperature. Last weekend we were having this Christmas party in our office, and it was plus 11. Could you believe?
Wow.
We were actually like just moving outside, like during the party, like without any type of warm clothing.
Oh my God.
So much actually, so much.
It's crazy. I feel like, we live in a cold storage.
Yeah, of course. Like it is, if it is minus 30, you told.
Minus 38.
And do you know what is the temperature of the cold storage? Minus 3.
I know.
Minus 3, minus 4, maximum minus 6. That's it.
I know. It's so crazy. It's just the start of winters, and there are so many accidents here already because the roads have got black ice.
Oh, black ice is very much dangerous.
Yeah, imagine the bus was also skidding.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's crazy here. It's really crazy, and I have to walk a lot for my work because I don't have any parking. So I walk like almost half a kilometer to my work.
Manitoba, Winnipeg.
सबसे पहले I feel like पागल है जिसने मैनिटोबा को प्रोविंस बनाया. यहाँ पे कोई रहने लायक नहीं है.
बस ऐसे ही है.
सारे पोलर बियर बने हुए हैं यहाँ पे.
Oh my God. Oh, it's too much actually.
And there is no life here. Because people come here because यहाँ पे PNP is easy.
Okay. And what is that is?
PNP is Provincial Nominee Program.
Okay.
Which is not available in all the provinces. It's only in Manitoba and Saskatchewan.
Okay.
And Alberta.
Okay.
So where you can sponsor your family members.
Okay.
So once you have the PR, like I have a PR, and I can sponsor my brother under the family category. So he can come here and on a PR.
And the whole family or just brother?
His whole family. His wife and his kid. And then, I can apply for my parents separately, or he can apply for them. Since he's a son, so
this is actually very good. But the person who is giving this sacrifice is going through the tough times.
I know.
But
yeah, you won't believe we have mini Punjab here. Like people have called from Punjab. People have called their padosi, their uncle, auntie, mama, chacha, everybody.
Okay. So you have a full environment.
Yeah, I don't have any family here. My family, my brother-in-law and my mother-in-law, they both live in US.
Oh, okay.
They don't even want to come here for visit. My mom-in-law came here once and she got sick because of in the summer there are mosquitoes and in the winters it's cold.
Oh my God. There is no perfect weather. Do you miss actually? Sometimes I miss this actually Indian weather like so much. Interesting.
Oh yeah, it's all the time I miss it. Especially I don't know about Toronto, especially weather and the culture also, because you know what, there is no social life here since we don't have any family. On Diwali you don't even come to know it's Diwali, or on Eid you don't know it's Eid, right?
Yeah, it is not Diwali, it is Diwaliya. Do you understand this word Diwaliya?
Yeah, I mean, and the weather is so cold, you cannot go outside.
Cultural Diwaliya.
Cultural Diwaliya. So I was telling my husband, my son is like 10 years and my daughter is 8. So I just want to take them once to India and show them how the festivals are.
Yeah, it is very, very colorful and so much festivity.
Yeah.
Just noise and very much.
You can only see good things during their Canadians culture. festival when it's like Christmas, right?
Yeah. Even that is very much not actually festival, more like economic activity, I would say. Just to sell
Yeah,
as much as you
I
can.
agree. Yeah, yeah.
That's
All
the
it matters
business.
is about kids.
Yeah. More business, less festivity. Okay, anyhow. So you want to finish early, like, or like, what is the situation?
Yeah, I would. You know what? I'm not able to concentrate, and I
Okay,
just don't
no
want
problem.
to come to the next class, and I don't want you to repeat everything.
Okay.
You know, it's better to make it an end.
Okay, no problem. We can do. And
Sorry about that. You know.
the next class, as I have told to you, like it would be on Thursday. Actually, it is better because then I am a little bit more in like a little bit better time for me to just have a class. Otherwise, like I am very much out of my
Yeah, just give me
voice
one
and out
second.
of energy.
Okay, sorry, somebody was at the door actually. Oh, okay, Bashir then.
Okay.
Okay, I'll see you on Thursday then, same time.
Okay. See you on Thursday.
Okay, and I apologize
No,
for
no, 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 no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thanks a lot. See you.
Bye bye.
Oh.